Yeah, good day viewers all over the world. I'm Sir Lumaj. In our last class, we talked about grammatical function and expression. I started with noun phrase clause, adjectival phrase clause. Today, I'll continue with adverbia. That's the third one. Adverbia phrase or clause. I remember telling us in the last class that if you have not watched my video on phrase and clause, please go and do so that you can have a sound knowledge about these grammatical function and expression. So today we have adverbial phrase or clause. In your passage, they will lift a statement and they will ask you what is the grammatical function and expression of that word, either quote and unquote, or it can be an underlined word, regardless whichever it may be. So when you see adverbia, there are some things you may need to watch out for. We have different kind of adverbia. We have adverbia phrase or clause of time. We have adverbia phrase or clause of manner. We have adverbia phrase or clause of a place. We have adverbia phrase clause of degree. So depending on whichever is given, we are looking at the question. You should be able to decipher which of the adverbials you have been given. So for instance, let's say I have this question saying that she can be found where the man lives. Because that's one. She can be found where the man lives. Let's say they now underline where the man. She can be found where the man lives. I'll just ask you that what is the grammatical function and expression of the underlying word? It could be like this, or they could just lift it out and put it like this: where the man lives, quote and unquote. They can just lift it out this way, and by the time they are leaving it, you will see words like this. Or it can come before, this dash can come before the words, or it can go after the words. So telling you that they have lifted it from the passage. So there is already an understanding of the passage. So that from there you'll be able to know, okay, which one in particular are they even talking about. So they say she can be found where the man lives. Now what is the grammatical function and expression? So you can say expression means name. What is the grammatical name of this underlying word? So if I say, okay, what's the grammatical name now? Grammatical name or expression. So like I told us, for you to know the grammatical name or expression, the first thing you are supposed to check is for you to know whether is this underlying word a phrase or a clause. If you now look at it, how do we know whether it's a phrase or clause? I've already told us that one from the beginning of or from introduction to English language, where I spoke about a phrase and clause. So here, where is not a verb. There is not a verb. Man is not a verb. So in the underlying word, we cannot find verb. Once you can't find verb in an underlying word, that automatically means that the underlying word, irrespective of the length of the words, is what? A phrase. So this is what? Adverbial phrase. You can now look at it. Where the man. Where is taking of telling us what? A place. Where means a place. She can be found. Meaning that she's somewhere. And that somewhere is what? A place. So she can be found. That is what? Adverbial phrase of a place. Even if you're in the examination or you can't really, or you are still doubting whether it's a place or manner, just leave your answer as what? Adverbial phrase. But if you are so sure that This is adverbial phrase of a place. Put it. But if you are not sure, just leave it as what? Adverbial phrase. And you are good to go. You get your mark. Then, what is now the grammatical function of the underlying word? Grammatical function. Now, the grammatical function of adverbials. If you remember from a part of speech, what does adverb do? At least I did justice to that when I was teaching us adverbs. I said what adverb does is to do what? To modify. So that's it, it modifies. And I stressed it when I was teaching it. It modifies. So you have to tell us which verb does it modify. But if you don't know, just leave that it modifies. I told us for you to get their function, you have to go back and check the verb that precedes it. Verb before it, the lexical verb before it. So like here we said she can be found. If you look at can is also what? A verb, an auxiliary verb. Modal auxiliary verb. So she can be found. So found is what? The lexical verb here. So it modifies the verb found. You put it quote and unquote. Quote and unquote. It modifies the verb found. I think that is clear enough. Let me give us another example. Another example. She sings as if she were happy. I can say, I will come when I am okay. Now, what is the grammatical expression of the underlying words? When I am. For this one now, this is one, two questions, second question rather. So, grammatical name now. The grammatical name, the J name, is what? As if she were. Do we have verb in these underlying words? Yes, we have a verb. What is that verb? Were. So this is not a phrase. It is what? A clause. Then what kind of clause? I've told you if it is adjectival, either which, whose, whom, who will introduce the underlying word. But this one, if you look at it, she sings as if. As if. That's adverbial. As if she were happy. So this is what? Adverbial clause. As if she were happy. As if. That is the manner. She's not happy, but she's just pretending. So she sings as if she were happy. This is adverbial clause of manner. Like I told us, if you don't know, just leave it as what? Adverbial clause. But if you want to really show that, yes, this thing I'm very sure of it, just go ahead and put it. This adverbial clause of manner. Then, what is now the grammatical function? The grammatical function is what? What does adverbial do? Adverbials modify. So it modifies, for you to get the verb, it modifies the verb, then now go back. Which verb do you have there? Sings. So you quote and unquote. I think that is clear enough. The second question, I will come when I am okay. Or when I am fine. Any one. So the grammatical name is what? I will come when? Time. That is what? Adverbial. Adverbial what? Adverbial what? Is it phrase or clause? When, that is adverbial. I am. Am is what? Auxiliary verb. So it's what? Adverbial clause. Since you have a verb in the underlying word, then how do I get the verb? Adverbial clause of, then the grammatical function, it modifies the verb. Then you go back. Come. You can see the verb is not among the underlying words. It's outside. You can see. It's coming before the underlying word. So it modifies the verb come. think that's clear enough. So let's talk about the last one, which is prepositional phrase or clause. Prepositional phrase or clause. Prepositional phrase or clause. Prepositional phrase or clause. So thank God you all know the meaning of preposition. Now, if you don't know, go to my video and study it. So we say preposition, what it shows relationship between two things. I can say the bag is on the table. On is relationship between the bag and the table. Or let me even use the same example. If I say the bag is on the table, and I'll underline this. The bag is on the table. So the bag is on the table. What is introducing it? On. So on is what? It's making it to do what? On the table. Do you have any verb here? No verb. It's a phrase. I think that is simple. I can say the kettle is on the cooker. Maybe I'll put on the cooker. Check the underlying words. Do we have a verb? No. So, since you don't have any verb in the underlying word, it is what? A phrase. And what is introducing it? A preposition. So it's a prepositional what? Phrase. I think I will have to stop here for this class. Please, if you have not subscribed, or let me even thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for encouraging me. And if you are here to subscribe and you are watching the video, try and encourage you by subscribing. Thank you very much. I'm really motivated to do more. So please stay blessed and God bless you.